So I'm with Marita from Cork in Ireland.
Yeah.
Marita, what was your situation before we started working together? Just in terms of health or weight, or what was your issue, I suppose?
Okay, so the previous year I had a lot of problems. I got vasculitis as a result of a drug interaction, and I ended up inside in a coma for 11 days, and I had 9 weeks rehabilitation in hospital. And then after that, when I came out, I just piled on the weight because I wasn't doing a whole lot and I was eating all the wrong foods. And so when I came to you first, I was about 2 stone overweight. I had to go back on a high blood pressure tablet because of the weight going up. And also I was taking painkillers 3 to 4 times a day. I had just constant pain with about 30 years. And I think it was the going back in the blood pressure tablet triggered it for me that I need to do something about this. I can't just expect improvements and actually doing nothing actively to make changes myself. So that's sort of what prompted me to contact you in the first place, that I just needed to take the bull by the horns as well. Yeah,
Nice. Okay.
that's where I was before I met you, yeah.
And so what have, I mean, all people care about is the result, right? So what have
Yeah.
you managed to do? I guess weight loss, and how is your life
Yeah,
different now compared to then?
absolutely, yeah. So weight loss wise, I've been taking it very slowly. But I've a stone and a half down and I've about another half a stone to go. Um, then the tablets, I suppose, has been a big thing for me. I no longer have high blood pressure. I'm off of painkillers, which I think it was mid-June I came off them and I haven't needed them since. So that was a big one. I've also come off an immunosuppressant drug. So I suppose the plan going forward with the drugs is to continue seeing can I make improvements, because I'm still on a few things, but that's been huge. Um, then my measurements have come down and things. I was very top heavy, where it's actually after reversing now that the weight I'm carrying is actually below my waist at the moment. Um, I'm a lot more active. I do power walking now 3 to 4 times a week, whereas before I didn't do anything. I only walked to the fridge.
Right.
um, I'm here looking at my list. Is there anything else? Oh yeah, I suppose I get bloods done once a month, and there's been huge changes there in my liver profile and things like that. Inflammation is way down and things like that. So I feel a lot better. And people say to me, if they haven't seen me for a while, they were like, a lot of the blotchiness in my face and things is gone down. It's a bit up at the moment from eating mince pies, but if I'm good and I don't have much sugar in my diet, there's a significant difference in the way I look. So yeah, there's a lot of positive changes. And I suppose from a mindset perspective as well, I I used to be always very critical of myself, and it was what I can't do. It was always the negative. Whereas I've switched it around now to thinking about what I have achieved, what I can do, and I find it a lot more beneficial and a lot more motivating. So yeah, a few
Okay.
changes.
Fantastic. So people noticing the changes, you yourself noticing, well, it shows in the blood work. I guess would you say you're feeling better, you got more energy, and then also noticing your mindset in
Yeah,
the relationship with food has improved.
yeah, and I suppose just from working with you, I'm a lot more knowledgeable about what the nutritional content or lack thereof in certain foods. So yeah, when I eat the wrong things, I'm more conscious of the impact of it. And I know I can see the triggers now as well, where before, if I had pain, I was taking painkillers. Now I know it's because, okay, I had that cheesecake yesterday. It's sugar and things with starch in them and things like that, they tend to trigger pain for me. So I'm more aware of that now as well.
Okay, yeah. So it's clearer now. Well, hey,
Yeah,
actually, it is this food directly does cause this. Whereas
yeah,
when people do it on their own, they sometimes never get that clarity. It always
yeah.
seems confusing. Um, okay, great. What did you? Okay, and you've lost. You said it was two,
I've
one and
lost
a
a
half
stone
stone.
and a half. Yeah.
Okay, I think it's like 21 pounds or something like that.
Oh, yeah. That was
Cool.
my initial goal. It's just when I've got that to that stage now, I see I have probably another half a stone to lose. So I
Well,
reached
yeah.
my first
Okay.
goal.
Okay. Well, it's whatever you feel comfortable with. And we should say that you've done this while still enjoying your diet, right? You went on that cruise, like
I
an
did.
all-inclusive cruise. I mean, that's pretty impressive for someone who's trying to lose weight, right?
And I have been socializing probably more than I should and everything. Yeah, I haven't been over strict on myself at all.
Yeah, I mean, so you can say, yeah, it was slow going, but that was good in you've not felt restricted or anything. And,
Absolutely,
losing
yeah.
another half stone, it doesn't seem so difficult now. Yeah, it will take a while, but you don't
Yeah.
have to sacrifice things.
Absolutely, yeah. And for me, starting out, I never intended to lose it fast anyway. It was more about changing my relationship with food, getting more into healthy eating for the long term, because I didn't want to just have this restrictive diet and then I revert back to my old way of eating and then be trying to do something again in 12 months' time. I
Mm,
just wanted to change what I'm eating. So what's in my store cupboard and my fridge and things looks a lot different to what it did before I met you.
mm.
So yeah,
I mean, but that comes down to you, like you said, grabbing the bull by the horns, coming in with the right mindset, doing the work, actually making the effort. So, I mean, kudos to you for doing that. What, Marita, what did you like about this approach or this program versus things you'd tried in the past?
yeah. Well, I haven't tried a whole lot in the past because, as I was saying to when we spoke first, was that I was getting a lot of infections. So a couple of times a year, I would get really sick, and I'd lose weight because I was sick, and then just put it back on again afterwards. The only actual diet I did was a Herbalife diet, which involved, I think there was a shake for breakfast and a shake for lunch,
Mm,
and then you'd have a normal dinner. And yeah, we lost weight really fast, but we were starving through the whole thing. So yeah, that was the only one I ever did before meet you. But I suppose what I found beneficial about this approach was, first of all, you're very approachable and accommodating to make the one-on-one calls and things like that, and the group calls. They're brilliant. I actually underestimated how good they would be because I suppose hearing other people's struggles and other people's wins and everything that is going on in everyone else's life, everyone has their own issues to deal with, and that they were still battling on, getting
mm,
through it. That's actually very motivating. That where none of us are trying to do this on our own. Everyone is struggling and getting through it. I found that very useful. And also the Facebook group as well. I actually, at the start, I thought, oh, I won't use it. And then I don't put a lot up myself, but I do now and again. But I read everything that people put up, and people have a lot of useful tips and just even words of encouragement and things. So yeah, I find all that very useful. And
yeah.
then having the modules and the meal plans to fall back to when I feel I'm going off track, just to re-watch the videos, bring out the meal plans, look at the foods again. I think that's all brilliant. Yeah, so I think you have support coming at us from a few different angles, and that's all useful.
Okay, good. So you found sort of use in the different aspects.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, I mean, the reason I do it like that is because some people learn in one way and not another, and some people might learn in this way. And for most of us, for everyone, you've got to hear things over and over again until at a point where you're ready and you're like, oh, that it's something they said there that clicks, and I'm
Yeah.
going to remember that. And you know, and so, you know, do you feel confident, you know, when we do stop working together in the future, that you are in control? Your relationship with food is good. You know what to do to stay at
Yeah.
your goal, or, you know, because that's what a lot of people worry about, gaining it back after.
Yeah, I know, I think that would be fine. But I can see when I go into the supermarket to do my food shop, I'm just bypassing certain sections that I was picking up stuff in before. So I think that's built into me now, like of where I need to go to pick up the right foods and things.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
good to
Big
hear.
fall for me usually is eating out.
Yeah, but that's always going to be a part of your life. If it wasn't, if the socializing aspect wasn't a part of your life, then it would be dull, right? And
Well, that's
miserable.
true, yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's about creating the balance there, learning how to create that balance.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. One other thing, what would you say to someone, Marita, if they were on the fence, perhaps in a similar situation that you were before you started working with me, and they're on the fence about, you know, grabbing the bull by its horns and going all in and working with me and this kind of longer term approach? What would you say to them if they're not sure?
They're not sure. I would say I'd strongly recommend that they give it a go, because before I started this, I actually thought I wasn't capable of losing weight. I just thought I didn't have the stamina to stick with something. But I think your approach is that no food is off limits. We can have everything. It's just about when we have it and how it fits into our goals. And your encouragement and the support of the group, I think all those things will help a person achieve what they want to achieve. So I would strongly recommend that they give your scheme a go. Yeah.
Love it. Thanks.